The Seiya Suzuki Revenge Tour has begun, and we're all about to bear witness to a hell of a second half for the Chicago Cubs. What's going on, Chicago Cubs fans? Chicago Cubs Central. Listen, guys, it's been far too long. A week without you. I missed you all. Hope you guys all have had a great all-star break. The second half of the season begins right here today, or already began for our Chicago Cubs, with them taking another W in the first game of a three-game set against the Boston Red Sox. The Chicago Cubs team, man, is for real. I'm your host, Mike Jones, here once again on Chicago Cubs Central. And listen, let me tell you something. If you love the Chicago Cubs, if you're ready for the second half of the season, do me a favor. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you love the Chicago Cubs and you think we are poised to win a World Series, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And please, please, please click the notification bell so that you do not miss a single solitary episode of Chicago Cubs Central, because as soon as it drops, you'll be the first to know. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on X, whether you are on Twitch, or whether you are on YouTube. Thank you so much for finding this podcast. I hope that it blesses you and that you have a great time listening. Now, with that being said, our Chicago Cubs did go ahead and get the victory against the Boston Red Sox in a three-game series set. And every single time the Chicago Cubs get a victory, guess what we do? We fly the W right here on Chicago Cubs Central, because this is your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. That's right. The Chicago Cubs did go ahead and fly that W. They did go ahead and beat the Boston Red Sox, and a lot was done by the arm of Colin Ray and the bat of one Seiya Suzuki. So let's start with Colin Ray. Colin Ray, he's been somebody that I've been advocating for like probably the last month or so, that it's probably a good idea for the Chicago Cubs to go ahead and put him back in the bullpen. I think he would be a strong bullpen piece, can eat up multiple innings. Let's say a guy like Seiya gets injured, or I'm not a guy like Shota gets injured, God forbid, or anybody else goes down, or if Jameson Tyone goes down or is having a bad game or something like that, Colin Ray can come in and eat up 3-4 innings and pitch good baseball for you. But Colin Ray also, y'all, he is showing he's a starter too. The Chicago Cubs are 13-4 in games where Colin Ray has started. His record has improved on the season to 8-3. I'm sorry, the Chicago Cubs are 12-3 in games that Colin Ray has started in as a starting pitcher, and they are 8, and his record is 8-3 on the season. Chicago Cubs handed Lucas Giolito just his second loss of the season. Daniel Palencia got his 13th save of the season, but Colin Ray just pulling out all the different tools to be able to get out. And that's honestly all the Craig Counsell requires of his pitchers. Get out. However you got to do it, do it. Keep the ball in the park, get out. And I think we saw today that Colin Ray showed you that he is definitely able to get outs, definitely able to lead the Chicago Cubs team. And again, wherever you put him in, one thing that Elise Miniker was talking about on today's broadcast was that the Chicago Cubs players are selfless this season. It seems like they're a selfless bunch. Wherever you need to put them, wherever you want them to go, wherever you need them to be is where they will go, and they will play, and they will try to find success there. Seiya Suzuki, it started off with him. Hey, Kyle Tucker's a better defensive player than me, so we're going to put Kyle out there in right field. Say, what we want you to do is we want you to just hit home runs. Suzuki has done that and then some, but we'll talk about him in a second. Then it goes on to, guys go down with injury. Well, Colin, we're going to need you to step up and eat up some innings. Ben, we're going to need you to step up and eat up some innings. Both players did really well for a while. Ben just ran into a buzzsaw and was not able to get back on track. and he's a lot younger than Colin. Colin has done this for a while, so he's able to recalibrate himself a little bit better and come back and be fresh and be ready to go when it's time. However, Ben is still young, still working out his mechanics, and still also figuring out how to have command of that strike zone. But Colin Ray did his thing in this game, and he's done his thing as a Chicago Cubs starter. And I believe when we do eventually make a trade here in the next 2 weeks, he will do his thing again coming out of the bullpen. There is no reason to believe that he can't be a huge part of this team one way or another. He's been a great hand for the Chicago Cubs. A great pitcher, a great like just all around, just a great player, a great teammate, and just been able to help his team with whatever they need from him. Ian Happ has also been another one that's been selfless. These selfless Cubs and the things that they've been asked to do, the different spots they've been moved to, and things like that, the shuffling around, that doesn't happen. That I want you guys to understand, that's not normal. What you saw Boston go through with Rafael Devers, that's the norm. Oh, no, you promised me this. This is my spot. Nobody better take it. This is a little bit different. The selflessness of this team, the willingness to do whatever it takes to win, I think is another way that will propel the Chicago Cubs to potentially be vying for a World Series. The fact that this team just wants to win. And they've been doing a lot of it. 58-39 is their record now. That's a really good record. 19 games above 500. Season high. Trying to go for 20 tomorrow. It's a very good Cubs team. It's a very good record. Their opposition, the Brewers, that are now a game and a half back, are playing against the Dodgers in L.A. to start off. So they'll do 3 with the Dodgers. But the Chicago Cubs, man, Colin Ray has shown you that what he's capable of. And another person, the other one that I wanted to highlight in this game, your pick to perform player of the game, is none other than Seiya Suzuki. Why? Because Seiya Suzuki just mashes. He went 2 for 4 today with a run, 3 RBIs, 1 home run, the only home run of the game, and his batting average has improved to 2.65 on the season. Seiya Suzuki has found a groove with the way that he's hitting. And he's showing you that he is the best hitter or one of the best hitters on the Chicago Cubs. I still believe Kyle Tucker might be the best hitter, even though he's not showing it, even though he's hitting for slug. I still think Kyle Tucker is probably pound for pound the best hitter. His patience at the plate continues to prove well for the Chicago Cubs too. But I look at this and I look at Seiya Suzuki and I look at what he's out here trying to prove, that he's one of the best players in baseball. And he looks like he's having fun. I have not seen Seiya Suzuki smile this much since he's been in the majors. I mean, it's just point blank. He looks like he's having so much fun. And the way he's able to come through for the Chicago Cubs. 2 guys walk. Seiya Suzuki then comes up to the plate. And first pitch, don't even wait. Lucas Giolito throws in the first pitch, doesn't even wait. Knocks it right out to left center field. 3 runs, score right there. And that's pretty much the ball game. Red Sox tack on 1. Chicago Cubs tack on 1 more, but that's it. Pitching is the rest of the story. And sometimes that's how you like it to be. You like the fact that your pitchers can come in and handle the business, take care of everything. We saw Teobar in this game. We saw Keller in this game. We saw Pomerantz in this game. We saw Presley in this game. And we saw our closer in this game, Daniel Palencia. All of them look good. Presley looked a little shaky. He only made it through 2/3 of an inning. But still, like I said, I mean, he looked all right. But the Chicago Cubs as a whole, y'all, are coming together. And we don't even have all of our pieces yet, which is the last part of today's episode that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And that being the need for the Chicago Cubs to go on and add more. So this is a topic of conversation in Chicago sports radio, sports talk. pretty much every day is talking about the Chicago Cubs right now. Everybody in Chicago is waiting with bated breath to see what the Chicago Cubs do, who they're going to add, what trades will they make. Carter Hawkins gave an interview today, as well as did Jed Hoyer, where they literally said nobody is off limits. I mean, it's really all about who you're going to get. Who are you going to get for the Chicago Cubs? Who are you going to get? What's the return? We just synced up and got a bunch of a fresh new crop players with the draft. So guys like Owen Casey, guys like like Kevin Alcantara, guys like that are now available because there's a new crop that we will develop. But the Chicago Cubs are clearly in win now mode. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what happens. But you have to make strategic moves to better your team. You have to go out there and see what's offered. And depending on what's offered, do what you need to do to make it happen. I hope the Chicago Cubs do that. I hope Jed Hoyer does that. He's talking a good talk right now, but it's almost time for him to walk that walk too. You got about 2 weeks to get your deals lined up that you're going to make, Jed, and make them happen. Let's go all in and see where that takes us. Hopefully to a World Series. But that's my time for today. I appreciate each and every last one of you for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, guys, make sure that you hit the bell for the notification button so that you know when a new episode drops. Do not miss any stuff. And, of course, we're going to give you inside coverage as far as the trade deadline and what we got going on with that. So you don't want to miss out on anything like that also. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.